You know, I have a lot of hopes on Jack Oliver this season, and seeing that he's out due to a torn hamstring for 5 weeks to 2 months just before the season starts, that's not going to help my confidence at all, is it now? Hello. Welcome everyone to JLAB TV. I am JLAB, and this is Football Manager 2021 D Youth Academy Challenge with Siena. Jack Oliver's injured. I was a bit disappointed when I saw this. It was literally the first friendly we had, and he gets injured. Yeah, it's just, it didn't help my confidence at all, to say the least. Talking about friendlies, we've actually had a few opponents. This game against Panama, when it happened, he scored inside 12 minutes and then he got injured. Bit heartbreaking, honestly. But still, we played against Cavarese, who were relegated. They beat us 3-0. We then beat up an old foe in Real Giulianova. We beat them 8-2. We then took on Bari. We lost to them 3-2 after taking the lead with 2 goals in 11 minutes. So I guess it goes to show that going early doesn't count for everything all the time. And then we took on Regenio and we beat them 4-2. Yes, we've actually played against 2 teams in our league and we've beaten both of them, which is a bit surprising, but I'm not complaining. So, also goes to show that Fofana's got 2 goals, Scapasta's got 3 goals. Well, he's actually got quite a few goals, actually. Scapasta's got about 5 goals in the last 3 matches. So, yeah, this is a good sign if he can do that. And the fact that Fofana's also got 2 goals is literally the same tactic we use anyway. I was thinking that some of that luck could rub off on us. And then I looked at this competition, and then we're in the Coppa Italia, second qualifying round. I've never been in this competition before, to my knowledge. I can't actually remember I have. And this is interesting to me, because we have Ascali who are in the division below us, a division we literally just left, and I'm thinking, hang on a second. Why were we never invited to this competition? Can someone explain that to me, please? Why it took us to get to Serie B before we get invited to this competition? Do we have to finish above a certain position to do it or something? I really don't know. But still, we found out if we win this game, we'll be taking on Sassuolo. And here's the thing. Every tie until the final's already done. So if we beat Sassuolo, we take on either Verona, or Messini, or Pescara, or Foggia. So at least one of those 2 teams don't sound that bad. The other 2 are in our division, so that's something. We get past that stage, we then take on AC Milan, and that sounds a bit more difficult, honestly. Then the second round, and I still can't believe this is literally a thing. We take on Spal, Livorno, Empoli, Lecce, Cremonese, or Atalanta in the quarterfinal. If we somehow get to that stage, I don't think we will, but let's just hypothetically think that is a possibility. And if we somehow get to that stage, the semi-final, we take on either Regenia, Catania, Cagliari, Torino, Pisa, Fiorenzuolo, Saula, Bologna, Fiorentina, Frosinone, Cosenza, Hellas Verona, Sampdoria, or Cagliari. I am, yeah, that's not likely to happen somehow. And if we get to the final, then it's literally every team down here from Napoli, Parma, Spezia, Castelli, Vicenzo, Crotone, Juventus, finally turning up, Palermo, Cavarese, Monza, Cesena, Bari, Lazio, Genoa, Perugia, Sampdoria, Juve Stabia, Novora, Monopoli, Inter, Roma, AC Regonia, Brescia, Albalefe, and Udinese. Funny story, actually. I was looking at the team. I'm looking at the league table now. This is who we're in the same league as, and I was thinking, oh, okay, it's not that bad. It's not like we're going to be bottom. Oh my God, we are going to be bottom. They're supposed to be bottom. So, if we want to avoid relegation or be in a relegation playoff, we need to avoid being at the bottom 5. The fact that there's been 4 teams come up every year tells you that the likelihood of doing that is very small. And there's also a bit of a gulf in quality between the teams in the second tier and the teams in the third tier. So, I've got to be very, very good if I want to avoid being in that mess. And we have to do very, very well, and hopefully do a sub 2L who have been in this division for many, many years now. 4 years. They've managed to get 9th, then 15th, then 10th, then 10th. I want to copy this team, and I hope we can do well. Also, we actually got some new kits as well for the teams in the third tier. So finally, some teams like Palermo have got kits, and Livorno have got kits. I didn't realize how nice some of the kits were actually in this division, so it makes me wonder what I could have done there. But yeah, Palermo finally have their kits. It took me about a couple of months to get this, well, not to get this stuff. It took me a couple of months of waiting for the stuff to come out. But Palermo actually finished in 11th last year, so a mid-table team. I want to finish mid-table. I want to finish mid-table. Even if we expect to be bottom, I think we can get a good finish. And that's if we play to our strengths. Do you know, by the way, this is the ultimate yo-yo club. I can't believe they finished, they've been either promoted or relegated for the last 6 seasons. If they get promoted again this season, it will be 7 seasons in a row they've either gone up or down the division pyramid. I can't quite believe I'm saying that, but there we go. Genoa, the ultimate yo-yo club of Italy in the save. I wish I wasn't saying that, but I actually like this team, so this kind of hurts a little bit to say that. But either way, they are the ultimate yo-yo club. They got 36 million in the bank too, so and they're only secure. Also, actually, talking about this, guys, our finances are finally okay. We may have just over 500,000 in debt, but we're finally okay financially. We're only paying 30 grand a week in wages, but we're still financially okay. It is a miracle. I'm actually more excited than I should be. It only took us 10 years. It only took us from 2014 to get into this division. It's only been 18 years to get to this division. Only took us that long, but we're here now. And I want to stay in here for a while. I mean, it's not like we're going to get promoted straight back up to the Serie A or anything, because that would be ridiculous. I think it'll take us more than 20 years to get back to the top tier, but it'll be worth it in the long run. I really do think it'll be worth it in the long run, because it'll be nice to get there. It really would be. So hopefully we can do it. And hopefully we're not going to absolutely balls us up, because I don't want to balls us up, thank you. Thank you very much. I want to survive. So admittedly, if we did what we did in the first season, like 14th, then 11th, then 12th, 15th, 11th, 9th, 15th, 8th, 10th, I wouldn't mind that sort of run in this division, because it means that we have survived and we're building financially, we're building up until we're finally there. It'd be nice if we can survive. Also, I just wanted to show you this. This is literally the first intake we ever had. Only Alioni is still playing. Laneri retired at the age of 24. He retired in 2030. He couldn't get a new club. We can't even get this guy's history. We can barely get any histories. But Catanzaro retired at 22, 2018, or 2028. Mazza just retired last season at the age of 26. That was a waste, really, wasn't it? And Alioni's still not got a club. So every player that started in my first ever youth intake haven't got a club. And that kind of hurts my pride a little bit, knowing that that is the case. And this guy would only be my 4th choice right winger at the moment too. So it's a bit difficult to take. That being said, I actually let go of some players. So let's look at all transfers, not this season, not that season. This season, we've let Basilica go out on loan to Femena. He's not going to get game time for me. I thought, okay, he's my 3rd choice. Apparently he's my 2nd choice goalkeeper, but he would not be starting for me. So why not let him get game time in the division we've just been in? If he can get the game time I think he can get at Femena, who have been using him in their friendlies, then I think we've got a very good deal for him. Very, very good deal. They are a team that's expected to finish in 15th, so a relegation clash. So it's kind of a good way to build up your quality. And if he comes back and becomes like a very good player that could replace Tortilli, then that's a very good situation for us indeed. I'm very excited to see what we can do. He's now a decent Serie B player, so already for me, that's a good sign. We've got a few players that are considered decent for this division, and we've also got a few things. Release players, though, I want to talk about these. Cominetti, we let go. He was not good enough for even the third tier. He's apparently now he's considered a leading player of that division. I don't understand that. They said he wasn't good enough for that, but apparently he's now good enough to be a leading player. Whereas Pellegrino is still considered just operating at the level of this level. So this guy is someone I'm looking into making a good player. 16 years of age. He's actually in the first team training with us. So hopefully those down traits don't be an issue, but that's a thing. But we let go because, well, wasn't getting game time, wasn't good enough. So I felt like it was a good deal, personally, for me. Bonnie, I said I was going to let go. So again, makes sense. Inverted winger who was not getting any game time. He only played 7 times for us, and honestly, disappointed every time he played. Look at his average rating every time he played for us. I mean, yes, they all came from the bench, but even so, you should at least do better than that, surely. But Dano is found a new club, and admittedly, this is a club I've actually sold to before, and they've been in this third tier with us, so it's not like they're a bad team. They just haven't found a good team yet. So, if they can get some stuff, I mean, they got 1.9 million, so they're definitely in a good position financially, and they're only paying, $6,000 a week? So, good position for their point of view, honestly. Andrea Colombo has found his way to Fispasaro, who I think got relegated. I think they got relegated. Yeah, they just got relegated. So this is a team that have honestly been in the tier we were just in for longer than we were, like since 2019. So yeah, they've been in that division since 2019. They've only just got relegated for the first time after losing the playoffs last time. So he's got a good club. If anything, I feel like he's probably got the best deal. I would say that until I show you the last guy. I don't know how this guy has done it, but Daniel Monofo has somehow found his way to Benfica of all bloody teams. How has he done this? To me, this is the most impressive deal for a player of mine to have gone to Benfica after we let him go. And I don't know how I feel about it. Like, how has he scammed them this badly? How has he done this? Unbelievable that he's done that. And he's not even the only player that's got into a decent team either. Some of the players I've let go, or rejected over the years, have got some decent teams. Like this guy. I rejected this guy in my latest youth intake, and he somehow found his way to Fiorentina of all places. How has he gotten a move to Fiorentina after we said, nah, mate, we don't want you. We don't want you at all. I don't understand how he's pulled off a fair play to him. Kudos to this guy. He's actually done the most impressive. That is impressive to get to Fiorentina of all places. It really is. I mean, this guy as well, he's found his way to Spell after we said, no, we don't want you. And he's still there. He's been there for 8 years now. His contract expires this season. And yet, for some reason, he's managed to find his way there the entire time. I don't know how to feel about it. I really don't. 3 of my players that I've let go have somehow found their way at top-tier clubs. Spell been there for years now. And this is just incredible. They've been in the top tier since they got promoted back in 2021. They've been in relegation fights ever since, yes, but they've never been relegated. So this is a team that's just been in the top tier, and he's been playing in the youth team for years. Unbelievable. But yes, we're actually going to do this game, make our Coppa Italia debut against Ascoli, and I kind of hope we win, because this is a team that's literally just been relegated from our division, so it's a good test, if anything, and they've literally replaced us in the division we just left behind. But they've made some decent money. They were there for about 4 years, 5 years they were in this division. So it's a good test to see if we can do well. And the fact they're actually paying about 90 grand, they've got 90 grand a week that they can use, and they've got about 4 million. Also, Sami Nasri's their manager. That was one thing I was not expecting. And look at the clubs he's been managing too. He was at Cittadella at one point for a short period of time. I just want to go through the manager history. He actually left them after a year and 18 days. He left Cittadella to go to Real Zaragoza, and he was sacked by Real Zaragoza after he got them relegated, and he didn't do a very good start. They finished in 19th place. You could probably tell by this ping there. Then he found his way to Nîmes Olympic, and then he got relegated from Ligue 1. And then he got sacked just the same year, and now he's at Ascoli, and he's managed to get himself sacked. He loves 19th place as a manager. I don't think he's ever... I think Cittadella is the only place he's really been there for more than a year. But he's managed to get in 19th place and literally get sacked every single time. It's kind of ridiculous how he's done it, but there we go. Citadel, where did he finish? He finished in 16th place in Citadel, and he actually managed to beat Tanana to avoid being relegated. It's the only year he's not been relegated. And other than that, he has literally just had the worst of luck, hasn't he? Honestly, I don't know what else to say. So there we go. He is an interesting character, to say the least. And we'll be taking on this team next. And as Scully could be interesting. They want us to go balance. I don't want to go balance. So apart from Oliver's injury, also Barbini got injured. He's out for 6 days to 2 weeks due to a pulled hamstring. I don't think it'll affect him too much. He's actually pretty decent looking now, to be fair. A good player of this division, I think. So kind of irreplaceable at this point too. Lindsay's also out. He's out for a sports hernia. He'll be out for about 4 weeks at this point. So I think it might affect him, but it won't affect him too much because he's a good backup player. Oh, and the other Bondi. Roberto's brother or cousin, he's out injured for at least 8 days to 3 weeks due to ankle ligaments. So yeah, sprained them. But either way, without 2 of our major players, I feel like that despite that, Pellegrino can do a decent job. I say decent, it's very hopeful. He can do a decent job at this side, but his crossing needs work, doesn't it? We need to work his crossing and dribbling, don't we? Let's actually... Yeah, we're trying to train his crossing. It doesn't seem like it's done much at all. And he feels the individual training, he is not beneficial. Well, if you're playing on the wings, you kind of need it, you idiot. Honestly, it's like he wants to play a no-nonsense fullback or something. But either way, we're going to do this. Fofana will start. He did score in the friendlies, so he knows how to score. He's actually played 104 times and he got 19 goals. He needs to work on his finishing. This could be the year that we need to do well. And with this guy as a backup to... Actually, maybe I just give a debut. Yeah, I'm going to give this guy a debut. Screw it. We're going to do it. We're going to give Gianluca his debut. I'm just going to call him Gianluca because I can't be asked to say his last name. I don't know how to say it properly. But we're going to give Gianluca his debut. Gianni is a bit tired and a bit inconsistent, but we're going to give him the start. He's actually apparently our best defender now. Centre-back wise. And this guy, Andrea, is also pretty good. So, centre-back wise, we're looking strong. DiBiase could be some work. He can get better, but he's not the best in the role we're using him in. So, it's not ideal, but we'll do it anyway. And he can still do a good job regardless. I mean, he's not good enough for division, so that doesn't help us. Fantozzi is... Yeah, he's a leading player of the division we just came up from, so not ideal. Can he improve, please? Canturo, I will give the benefit of the doubt because he's still young. 18 years of age. He will be better. He will be good enough for his division. So, that's fine. Fofana needs to improve. He's got the potential. So, I know he can be. And he's consistent. So, he could be a good Serie B striker in the future if we give him the game time. Scapato, I'm questioning about this one because he might be a decent Serie B. So, he might be the player that could be replaced soon when Oliver comes back. So, that's got to be something we need to look into. Can we do well? I've been rambling on too long. Let's do this, shall we? Okay, they got through. Is it bad that I'm actually expecting to lose this game? Even though we're the upper divisional team, as Cantua plays it forward. I'm not expecting to win this. I mean, I can see why I wanted to go balance, but I don't want to go balance. I want to go play the way that we've been literally using because it got promoted and did well in the league. And, it's a good block, isn't it? Very good block. They got a corner. I'm concerned about the set pieces. I don't feel comfortable at set pieces defensively. I've never have, and it's an issue I will never lose. But my fear set pieces. I would even when I'm a top tier team, I was still real concerned about set pieces because nothing is certain, especially when I have chances like that. And, right back's nervous. That's a concern. He's not had the best games either. Cantura plays the ball forward. Fofana on the ball. Can he do something? We've gone positive. That's a good save. Do we go this extra time if we don't win in normal time? I don't want to be the case, but I wouldn't be surprised if it did happen. It's Tortilli. Bonnie's already tired. I shouldn't have played as many friendlies as I did, or shouldn't have let as many friendlies happen as they did. Here's Bazzoni and Escopato. And he's being booked quite early. He cuts inside. He's gone for goal. We're actually going to tell the players... Oh. They're pressing forward. Of course they will. We can't really take them off that because they're pressing forwards. This could be interesting. But half-time, 0-0. We seem to do slightly better after we make some changes. I don't think it has been the best for us. And here we go. They've got the ball. Bell Street, okay. Oh, that's so I'd be annoyed if I actually went in because it hit the back of the defender. But it's been blocked anyway, so I think we should be good. Might be the end of the... Apparently Cantua could have got to that. Could it have gone to this? Don't know. But this is not a good sign if we're being cut open like this. And they have scored. I was concerned that we might struggle a little bit. And the fact we've considered just 4 minutes in the second half is annoying. I'm not going to lie. I don't really feel like we're at the races. We're at our best fitness-wise either. So this is a concern that we're behind against a team in the division below than us. Okay, we're about to have a long throw. Fantosi plays it. And keeper, I don't know how he got to that, but he did. And we're going to make some changes anyway, I feel like. We need to make some changes. Bondi's very tired. I should not have used him. He plays the ball forward to find Scapato. He needs to play this inside. This feels like a very alien situation for me to be in. Did he just try a trick as he played across? Fantosi's equalised. Okay. We're not completely useless. This is good. I literally can't be... I'm making it like it's the most incredible thing in the world that we're not useless, but... Let's look at this again. Has he just tried a trick pass? He has. What a... That's cocky. Fantosi's equalised. That's a good sign for us. That we can still score, at least. So I may have made a mistake and not realised I can't make 5 substitutes. I've got so used to making the 5 substitutes, it's not really cost my mind. I can't in this competition, but here we go. For Fana... Capasso's still got to that, you know. I don't know how he's done it, but he's going to go for goal. Surely, he's given us the lead. Well, we've come from behind. I went and back to the way we were playing, and it seems like it's worked. Look how tired my players are, though. Look at this. 3 of my defenders are absolutely knackered. One of them's having a horrifying game. Fantosi's knackered. Brazzoni's knackered. Scarpazzo, who's been absolutely woeful all game, has finally scored. Or finally done something of contribution. And we're actually in front. And the players, I didn't mean to, yeah. Suddenly we went back to the way we're playing that got us to a good position last time. And we've actually gone ahead and won. Not bad for a debut. It took us a while. And it took me having to go back from positive to attacking to get back into this. But we got a win. So I guess I can't be too upset. I mean, we should be beating this team even if we are not the best team in the world. Because we are in the division ahead of them. But... even so, it took us a bit longer than it should have done, and that's the annoying part here. But yeah, we won. We're in the third qualifying round. And we got Sassuolo next as well. We came from behind 2. A bit fortuitous. Okay, yeah, I can understand that, actually. That is a bit fortuitous. And we did give a debut to our young 16-year-old, so that's a nice situation. I will say, I definitely want this guy to be in the first team more, but he's so inconsistent. It's the issue I have with so many players of mine. They're not consistent. And Nasri's not happy with the officiating standards. We've got 11,000 to our name. And yes, Sassuolo. That's next week. Oh, that's next week. Okay. This is awkward now. I didn't think it'd be this early. So we get to take on a Serie A team. I guess we're doing... Should we do the next video? Just for the sake of it. Yeah, let's do that. We'll do it next video, I think. Just because I want to see what we can do against a Serie A team. I think I want to do a double header, actually. Sassuolo and Spezia. Let's do a double header next time. Screw it. Why not? We're going to do a double header because 1, it's our Serie B debut, and 2, we're going to take on a Serie A team. That would be interesting. And I like the idea of that. Even if we're going to be missing some players. But still, either way, I hope you guys have actually enjoyed this. Even if I have rambled for ages and ages. I hope you guys like this. I hope you like and share this video. And that you will subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. So anyway... until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.